Hi everyone, this is the Homemade Coder. Welcome to back the React Zero to Hero series. I'm glad you are here. In our last video, we successfully built our first UI, this static profile card. It looks great, but right now every single card we use is showing the exact same name and job title. John Doe, the web developer, software engineer. That's not very useful for a real application, is it? Today, we'll fix that. We are going to unlock the secret to creating truly reusable dynamic components using one of React's most fundamental concept, props. Props is so important because we use state management props. Okay, our uh, our project is built, but what you don't know, you start the project writing in terminal npm run dev. Okay, go to the local site. Maybe you remember, we add the component in app.gsx, and this is our card. Now we add this project post. By the end of the lesson, you'll know how to pass any piece of information like a name, a title, a custom color in here components profile card from a parent component. This is the parent component app.gsx. We use child component. Let's make our UI fixable. We add other component this app.gsx. We add maybe later footer component or navbar component. Okay, talk about what are props. So, what exactly are props? The word props is simply short for properties. In simple terms, props are a mechanism to pass data down from a parent component to child component. We add props in here, then you can see you can use your prop child component. Think of it a component like a function. Remember from JavaScript that functions take arguments. Well, in React, components take props. They allow the parent component, like our main app, to give custom introductions or data to the child component. This is crucial because it ensures unidirectional data flow. Data always moves one way, from the top parent down to the bottom child. This makes our application predictable and easy to debug. Okay, only one way is to go to our data, parent component to child component. When we apply props, you understand what does it mean. Let's jump in our code. Currently, our app.gsx renders the three static profile components. We want to tell each of these cards what name and title to display. We can pass props by treating them like regular HTML attributes on our component tag. Watch this. I'm going to add a name. First name, Jane Doe. The second name, different name, Mike. And the last name, I do not know. Angela, you offer. Okay, Angela, you. And adding job description, software engineer, UI, UX designer, full stack developer. Okay. Now we need to teach our profile card component how to receive and use this data. Every component function automatically receives a single argument, an object that contains all the props we passed. I'm going to use distracting right in the function signature. This is a common React pattern. We change the function definition to accept the distracted properties, name and title. Now we can use these variables inside our GSX. Okay, adding our distractions, name and job. And now notice the curly brackets around the name and title variables inside the H1 and H2 elements. Okay, this is name because we add variables and job. Now you can see each of that different. We now have 3 unique dynamic profile cards, all rendered from a single reusable component. Props are read-only. Okay, you must know that props are read-only. Before we wrap up, there is one golden rule about props. You must always remember props are read-only. A child component should never attempt to change the data it receives through props. If the parent component sends a name, the child component can only display it. It cannot change it to something else. Why? Because modifying data from the bottom up would make your application logic chaotic and unpredictable. If the data needs to change, the change must happen in the parent component. Okay? And flow back down as new props. Fantastic! You have now mastered props, and your components are truly flexible and reusable. You have learned how to define props in the parent, how to receive and use props in the child element. The golden rule: the props are read-only. We have made our components dynamic, but they still can change themselves based on our user input, like a button click. That's the topic for our next video, React State. State is how components manage their own internal changing data. You don't want to miss that one. Before I close, I want to point out that based on my experience, the best way to learn it through self-practice. This is so important because I learn on my own, and I'm always trying to new things. I have added the code in the video to my GitHub address. You can find it in the description. Before you can try on your own, then you go to the my GitHub address and check it out. If this video helped you understand props, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next time. Bye bye.